Welcome to Walt's Take, y'all. I'm your host, Walt, and today we're gonna cover Lil Xan disrespecting the legend Tupac Shakur. Now, last week, Walt was interviewing Lil Xan. It's a little vulture motherfucker. His music is trash. His lyrics are trash. He's pretty much garbage. You can tell he's probably on Xanax as he raps and as he writes. It's trash, and he disrespects legends. Okay? Tupac, the Revolt, that's the interview from Revolt. Revolt asked him to rate him from 1 to 10, 1 being garbage, 10 being, elite. Then they asked him his clout, his influence on hip-hop and culture as a whole. So he goes, 2, his music is boring. See, one thing we need to stop doing is stop letting vultures up into this motherfucker. This is our fucking music. We letting these motherfucking vultures come up in our fucking culture, steal the shit, and then shit on the legends. Just like we used to have, we invented hip-hop, rock and roll, R&B, jazz, blues. And what happens is we let these motherfuckers come up into our shit, our culture, our art, our music, disrespect legends, and then hijack the motherfucker. And then they get to set the standard. Lil Xan, your lyrics are trash. Your music is trash. I think everywhere you go, you need to get knocked the fuck out. All people who respect and love hip-hop as an art form should knock you out on contact, on sight. Because you are ridiculous. 0 on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being garbage, 10 being, top of the line. He says 2 and Tupac is boring. You can say Tupac is boring. I mean, that's your opinion. But when you say that publicly, you disrespecting legends. Tupac is a legend. You might not like him. People out there might not like him personally. They might not like his music style or whatever. But the question was his clout, his impact. His impact on culture, on music, is immense. And when you say 2 and it's boring, you're disrespecting hip-hop as a whole. It's not even about Tupac anymore. You're disrespecting hip-hop. Now, what should happen to you, like I said, wherever you go, you should be held accountable for your comments. Your ridiculous comments. A Tupac fan, I think he's the best rapper ever, so I take a little exception to this. But more importantly, what I take exception to is little vultures from the colonizing society coming up disrespecting our legends. And then you're using the platform that Tupac helped build for your little junky ass. With your little trash music, you gonna disrespect a god of this art form that we all love and appreciate? You trash a god? You have no respect. And because you have no respect, you should be treated accordingly. It's pretty ridiculous. You disrespect him publicly. But see, here at Walt's Take, we don't take kindly to that shit. You are ridiculous, and somebody ought to knock you the fuck out. I mean, everywhere you go out on stage, they should throw motherfucking shit at you. They should beat your ass. Because you disrespecting hip-hop. You don't understand hip-hop. You don't understand the history of hip-hop. You don't understand what Tupac meant to all of us. And what hip-hop means to us. You, Johnny-come-lately, with your horrible-ass delivery. You have pretty terrible music. I listened to it. I tried to. It's shit's fucking horrible. And for you to say it's bad, for you to say it's boring, is fucking laughable, bro. That's ridiculous. You gonna call one of the best hip-hop artists of all time. I'll say one of the best, but to me, he's the best. One of the best hip-hop artists of all time. You say he's trash? We got to do something about that, family. They come up in here and hijack our shit and then disrespect and shit on the goddamn inventors. He's not an inventor, but he definitely pushed hip-hop forward. He definitely has a huge impact on hip-hop. And you should be held accountable for your ridiculousness. See, we invented rock and roll, and you can, split hairs and say there's other people involved, but yeah, we definitely are involved in the creation of rock and roll because they used to call rock and roll jungle music. The older white generation, they used to call rock and roll jungle music. Of course, that refers to blacks, jungles, monkeys, all that shit. That refers to us. So we kind of left rock and roll alone. Y'all took over it. Fine. We invented jazz. There's no question about that. We invented blues. There's no question about that. But they took over jazz. They took over blues. So we're not even involved in that shit no more. We allowed them to take over our shit. And see, the one thing is, you're gonna take over it. Okay, we kind of left it alone. We don't really fuck with it no more. All right, fine. But I'm telling you right now, they trying to take hip hop. They trying to take hip hop right now. They got all these little vulture colonizers taking over hip hop, disrespecting legends now. What needs to happen? Hip hop needs to check this motherfucker. All the old school, all the new school, all the people that respect hip hop, that respect the history of hip hop, that he needs to be checked. He needs to be checked immediately. Lil Xan, you name yourself after a fucking drug, you're probably a pill popping junkie. That's for damn sure. I know you are. So what really needs to happen, family, is we need to check the dude. He needs to get knocked the fuck out. He needs to be taken care of immediately because he's got to know you can't shit on legends. You can't shit on people that mean a lot to us as a society, as a people. This little vulture, they said he's Mexican or whatever. Well, you check white on that motherfucking box. So, you up in there disrespecting legends like Tupac. I can understand if you disrespecting some, middle of the road rapper, some mediocre rapper. All right, fine. You want to disrespect him? Cool. I'm against that too, but all right. But Tupac, man, y'all got to do something about that shit, bro. So, Walt's take on this motherfucker, beat this motherfucker up because this motherfucker is ridiculous. Lil Xan, you a bitch ass motherfucker and you need to be dealt with. Somebody needs to take care of your ass. Alright? So from now on, when you open your mouth about Tupac, when you fix your mouth to say something about Tupac, you're going to remember that blow that you took on your jaw. Bah! Shut your fucking mouth. Don't talk about motherfucking legends, you little bitch. You a punk. And I hope somebody fucks you up. You come to Milwaukee, I'm guaranteeing you the motherfucking hip-hop heads over here gonna say something. They gonna do something. Because you a punk. You disrespect legends. We don't appreciate that shit. Tupac is the best rapper of all time, to me. That's argumentative. You could debate that. That's arguable. You could debate that. But what you can't debate is he's not a legend. He's a legend. So what you ought to do is do a formal apology. That's what I'm asking you to do. A formal apology to hip-hop and to black society for disrespecting our legends. I can understand if you was a flaming cold-ass MC and you just dissing everybody. Nah, you garbage. You trying to make a name for yourself by shitting on legends. Kiss my ass, you little punk. Come to Milwaukee and tell me to my face that Tupac is garbage. Rank Tupac a 2. If Tupac is a 2, ain't nobody over a 2. If you say Tupac is a 2, no rapper ever is over 2. You can't go over 2. Maybe 3. But shut your motherfucking little bitch ass junkie mouth up. And that's Walt's take.